अयंत सुकृतः पुत्रैः धारवृत्तैस्ततो जितः स्वजेन च संत्यक्तः तेषु हार्दि तथाप्यति. ओके, अयंच ममत्वं गतराज्यस्य
ममत्वं गतराज्यस्य. I have to say it.
ममत्वं गतराज्यस्य
ममत्वं गतराज्यस्य
राज्याङ्गेष्वखिलेष्वपि
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 जानतोऽपि यथाग्नस्य
जानतोऽपि यथाज्ञस्य
जानतोऽपि यथाग्नस्य
जानतोऽपि यथाज्ञस्य
किमेतन्मुनिसत्तमा
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 अयं च कृतः पुत्रैः
अयं च निकृतः पुत्रैः
अयं च निकृतः पुत्रैः
अयं च निकृतः पुत्रैः
धारयिभृत्रैस्ततो जितः
आरैर्भृत्यैस्ततो जितः
धारयिभृत्तैस्ततो जितः
दारैर्भृत्यैस्ततो जितः
स्वजेन न च सन्त्यक्तः
स्वजेन न च सन्त्यक्ष
स्वजनेन च सन्त्यक्तः
स्वजनेन च सन्त्यक्तः
स्तेषु हार्दी तथाप्यति
तेषु हार्दी तथाप्यति
स्तेषु हार्दी तथाप्यति
तेषु हार्दी तथाप्यति
एवमेष तथाहञ्च
एवमेष यथाहं च
एवमेष तथाहञ्च
एवमेष तथाहं च
द्वाव्याप्यन्त्यत दुःखितौ
द्वावप्यन्त्यत दुःखितौ
द्वावाप्यन्त्यत दुःखितौ
द्वावाप्यन्त्यत दुःखितौ
दुष्टदोषोऽपि विषये
दुष्टदोषोऽपि विषये
दृष्टदोषोऽपि विषये
दृष्टदोषोऽपि विषये
ममत्वाकृष्टमानसौ
मत्वा कृष्टमानसौ
ममत्वाकृष्टमानसौ
मत्वा कृष्टमानसौ
मत्वा नहीं ममत्वा
ममत्वा ममत्वा कृष्टमानसौ
तत्केनैतन्महाभागा
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 यन्मोहो ज्ञानिनोरपि
यन्मोहो ज्ञानिनोरपि
यन्मोहो ज्ञानिनोरपि
यन्मोहो ज्ञानिनोरपि
ममास्य च भवत्येषा
ममास्य च भवत्येषा
ममास्य च भवत्येषा
ममास्य च भवत्येषा
विवेकान्धस्य मूढता
विवेकान्धस्य मूढता
विवेकान्धस्य मूढता
विवेकान्धस्य मूढता
ऋषिरौवाच
ऋषिरुवाच
ज्ञानमस्ति समस्तस्य
ज्ञानमस्ति समस्तस्य
ज्ञानमस्ति समस्तस्य
ज्ञानमस्ति समस्तस्य
जन्तोर्वक्षयगोचरे
जन्तोर्विषयगोचरे
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 विषयश्च महाभागा
विषयश्च महाभागा
विषयश्च महाभागा
विषयश्च महाभागा
यान्ति चैवं पृथक् पृथक्
यान्ति चैवं पृथक् पृथक्
यान्ति चैवं पृथक् पृथक्
यान्ति चैवं पृथक् पृथक्
केचिद्दिवा तथा रात्रौ
केचिद्दिवा तथा रात्रौ
केचिद्दिवा तथा रात्रौ
केचिद्दिवा तथा रात्रौ
प्राणिनस्तुल्यदृष्टयः
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 ज्ञानिनो मनुजा सत्यम्
ज्ञानिनो मनुजः सत्यम्
ज्ञानिनो मनुजा सत्यम्
ज्ञानिनो मनुजः सत्यम्
किन्तु तेन हि केवलम्
किन्तु तेन हि केवलम्
किन्तु तेन हि केवलम्
किन्तु तेन हि केवलम्
यतो हि ज्ञानिनः सर्वे
यतो हि ज्ञानिनः सर्वे
यतो हि ज्ञानिनः सर्वे
यतो हि ज्ञानिनः सर्वे
पशुपक्षिमृगादयः
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 ज्ञानं च तन्मनुष्याणाम्
ज्ञानं च तन्मनुष्याणाम्
ज्ञानं च तन्मनुष्याणाम्
ज्ञानं च तन्मनुष्याणाम्
यत्तेषां मृगपक्षिणाम्
यत्तेषां मृगपक्षीणाम्
यत्तेषां मृगपक्षिणाम्
यत्तेषां मृगपक्षिणाम्
मनुष्याणां च यत्तेषाम्
मनुष्याणां च यत्तेषाम्
मनुष्याणां च यत्तेषाम्
मनुष्याणां च यत्तेषाम्
तुल्यमन्यतथोभयोः
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 ज्ञानेनपि सति पश्यैतान्
ज्ञानेऽपि सति पश्यैतान्
ज्ञानेऽपि सति पश्यैतान्
ज्ञानेऽपि सति पश्यैतान्
पतगाञ्छावचञ्चुषु
पतगाञ्चावचञ्चुषु
पतगाञ्छावचञ्चुषु
पतगाञ्चावचञ्चुषु
क्षणमोक्षादृतान् मोहात्
क्षणमोक्षान् धृतान् मोहात्
क्षणमोक्षादृतान् मोहात्
क्षणमोक्षान् धृतान् मोहात्
पीड्यमानानपि क्षुधा
पीड्यमानानपि क्षुधा
पीड्यमानानपि क्षुधा
पीड्यमानानपि क्षुधा.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry if I made some mistakes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Now, overall, if you see in these 10 slokas or maybe a few more slokas in 15 slokas, say the central gist of this meaning is why human being is suffering, or rather, why am I suffering? So this is the age-old question for all of us. And here the answer, this is the question is been raised by the Surata and Samadhi. Why am I suffering? And that also prepares a stage that why do we need to surrender at the feet of the Divine Mother? So he was a king, one was a millionaire. And both of them were quite intelligent people, wise people. In spite of all that, why are they suffering? And what is the way to come out from the suffering? So for that, then the Sumedha says you have to take you have to take shelter at the feet of, or you have to surrender at the feet of Divine Mother. So why do we need to surrender at the feet of Divine Mother has been answered here. Okay. Mamatvam gatarajyasya rajyangeshu khileshvapi janatopi yathagnasya kimetan munisattama. Hey Muni, Munisattama means best of sages. You are best among the sages. So Muni, anyone can become Muni. Mananatiti Munihi. One who dedicates his life in repeating the Lord's name, one who has dedicated his life in remembering the God, he can be called as Muni. So there is a difference between Muni, Sadhu and Sannyasi. So many times people they get confused. So Sannyasi can be Muni and Sadhu also, but Muni need not be monk at all. Sadhu need not to be monk at all. So there's a lot of difference. So Muni here sage, Muni Sattama, best among the sages. Mamatvam, because of this I and minus attachment, Gatarajyasya, I have lost the kingdom. Gatarajyasya Rajyanga. I have lost the Rajyanga also. I have lost the kingdom and I have lost the limbs of the state. Now, what are these limbs of the state is quite interesting. Let me explain you. So 6 or 7 are called limbs of a state according to our Indian philosophy. Indian philosophy means like there are philosophy which describes who is king, what is his nature, or we can say in the modern day, political science, from the Indian political science standards point of view. So the 6 limbs of the state is called, one is Swami, king. Second is Amatya, minister. Minister are the set of ministers, you can say, prime minister, and there are so many other ministers, cabinet ministers, you can say, whole cabinet. Then Srti. Srti means friends, allies, and others. Then Kosha, treasury. See, in those days also treasury is also important, treasury. Then Rashtra. Rashtra means territory, people and all. Then Durga. Durga means fort. Because in those days, no helicopter and other things were there. So fort was very important in those days for security reason. Then Danda. Danda means army. So these are the limbs of a state basically. So now we are Rajyangeshu. Rajyanga they are saying. Rajyanga, Anga means limbs. Limbs of the state are limbs of the king. Akileshopi. And there are so many other things. Everything included there. Janatopi yathagnasya. Janatopi. Even though knowing means what? I am a wise person and I have lost my army, I have lost my Rajyanga, I have lost my kingdom and all. I know that and I am a wise person. Yatha agnasya. But I am behaving like an ignorant person. Agna. Pragna is intelligent. Agna means what you say, ignorant person. Yatha agnasya. Just like a fool or ignorant person. Yatha agna. Kimetan munisattama. I am a knowledgeable person, but I am behaving like an ignorant person. Why it is this? This is the question. Means I know that my own people have my own ministers and my own people have cheated me. They have deserted me. They have kicked me out. After knowing all these things, still I am attached to my kingdom, to my state, and to my people, and I am thinking about them, my servants and friends and etc. Why is this? This is the question asked by the king to the Rishi Sumedha. Then 42nd verse. Ayanta sukrta putraihi dharabruttaistato jitah swajena cha santyaktah eshu hardi tathapyati. Okay, ayancha, and this one here they are using a third person. This one means this poor man, the business person, the millionaire, that is Sumed, Suratha and Samadhi. Suratha is a king, Samadhi is the business person, millionaire. So this person means this Samadhi, Yakrutaha, he has been treated from whom? Putraihi, from his own children, Dharaihi, by wife, his own wife, and Bruttaihi, by servants. How they have treated? Tata Ujjitaha, they have abandoned him. They have rejected him. Get out, get lost, we don't need anything. His own children, his own wife, his own servants have kicked out the Samadhi from his own house. Swajena cha santyaktaha, his own people have forsaken him. Teshu hardi tathapyati, but still he is thinking about them. What happens to my house? What happens to my earnings? What happens to my wife, children, and etc. They have deceived him and they have kicked him out, but in spite of that, still he is thinking all of them. Why is this? I am also thinking about my kingdom. He is thinking about his family or about his business. Why is it this? So basically here, the problem has been expressed. So here, because of the attachment. If you see in the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, first and second chapter, at the first chapter and second chapter beginning, clearly we can say, Raga, Moha, Shoka. This is what samsara. What is the root cause of our suffering? Raga, attachment. Because of attachment, Raga gives rise to Moha. Moha is what? Delusion. Attachment gives to delusion, me and mine, or I and mine. And because of that shoka, unhappiness comes into picture. I think wife is a root cause for my suffering. Husband is root cause for my suffering. Children are problematic. Or XYZ is problematic. We think, no, none of them are problematic. It is all external observances. The real problem, the root cause problem is what? The attachment, raga. So that has been told here. Evameva satata aham cha vyavapyantir dukkito drushta doshopi vishaye mamatva kushtamanasau. Evameva, just so, saha tata aham cha, he and I also, dvavapi, both of us, atyanta dukkito. We are extremely miserable, both of us. We can understand this. Drushta doshopi. After knowing the mistakes, defects, faults in these people, in our own people, Vishaye mamatva akrushtamanasau. But still our mind is getting pulled due to attachment towards them. We are extremely suffering. We are extremely pained by our own people. But in spite of that, our mind is going towards them who have created the trouble. Why it is this? So this is what the question. Now, there are two things. One is, if the world is full of miseries, rejecting the world. Now, another view is there. The whole world is what? It is a God's creation. So I should try to see God. I should try to bring the divinity in everywhere, in everything. One is neti neti. Oh, this world is full of suffering, dualities, and all. Getting rid of it by vairagya. That is the one way of getting rid of suffering. The other way is trying to see the divine, trying to see the God in everyone and in everything. Whether you are in the world or whether you are in the forest, seeing the God in everything, and through that one can get rid of suffering. So there are two paths, whichever we like, whichever is possible for us, we can practice. Tatkenaitan mahabhaga yanmoho jnaninorapi mamasya cha bhavatyesha vivekandasya mudata. Tat kena etat. By what is the cause of this problem? What is the reason we are suffering, or every human being is suffering? Here, Surata and Samadhi is nimitta only, but all of this is the age-old problem. This is a universal problem for all of us. Mahabhaga is an adjective. Oh, noble one. It's a gentleman, wise man. Mahabhaga, gentleman, or a noble ones, nobleman actually. Yan moha, dhaninorapi. Even the wise people. Here, wise people means one who are intelligent, one who have studied, well versed in scriptures and all in that way. So even they have also have been deluded. Yanmoha dhaninorapi. Even the wise people have been deluded in this matter. Mamasya cha bhavattesha. Mama asya cha. For me and for him. Mama asya. For me and for him means for Surata and for Samadhi. Bhavati arises. Yesha vivek andasya mudhata. Both of us, we have been bound by foolishness, and we have lost the discrimination power, and we are suffering. He's asking, and somehow at corner of his mind, he himself knows that why it is happening actually. He's asking the question and is also hinting that I think because of this reason, we are suffering. This makes us very clear, none of us are fools really. Every one of us know what is good, what is bad. Every one of us know what is the root cause for our suffering, what is the root cause for how to eradicate it to certain extent. Every human being we know, but we don't give importance to it, or we don't bother about it, or we don't put into practice because of helplessness or because of our own defects. And Mahabhaga means there is in the commentators, they give a definition. Who is called noble ones? Mahabhaga. In whom the sense of ethics and morality, the sense and the knowledge, and the detachment is being manifested in a higher form, highest form. He is called Mahabhaga. He is called noble ones. In whom ethics and morality, knowledge, and the detachment has manifested to the greatest extent, to the highest degree, he is called Mahabhaga. Okay. Now, the question has been asked by the Surata and Samadhi, why are we suffering? Now, Rushiravacha, Rushi said, all right, my dear, you are asking why are we suffering? Let me give the answer. Let me give the reply. Rushiravacha. The Rushi started answering. See, in all our scriptures, the Rishis and including Krishna and all, none of them gave a free advice. We all keep giving free advices for people, but none of them gave a free advice. When people approach them, this is my problem, please help me, please guide me, then only they gave the answers. This is one interesting thing. Why? If you give free advice, it is waste of time for me and for them also, most of the cases. Gnanamasti samastasya jantor vishaya gochare vishayascha mahabhaga yanti chaivam prutak prutak. Before getting into the direct thing, the Rishi is giving a very wide explanation pertaining to the problem actually. This is very quite interesting also. See, he is telling, Dhanam asti. Knowledge exists. Where? In whom? In books or in library? Knowledge exists where? Samastasya jantoho. In all living beings, not only human beings. Jantoho, samasta janto means even in animals, birds, reptiles, mammals, human beings, in all of us, knowledge exists. Samastasya jantoho vishaya gochare. This knowledge is what? Knowledge pertaining to sense objects. Not about Atmajnana. Knowledge pertaining to self, no. Knowledge pertaining to sense objects. For example, I see the mango and I want to eat it. So similarly, many of the animals can see the mango fruit and they might not know the name of the fruit like mango, but they know that it is eatable. Some might eat, some might not eat based on their physical build-up. Vishaya gochare, Vishayascha mahabhaga, and the objects, sense objects and objects, O noble one, yanti evam prutak prutak. But the knowledge and the object, the knowledge about the objects differ from every person, every being. I mean, not person, not only person. Sorry, every being, animal. So there are different types of animals. So their knowledge about the senses and sense objects are different. Everyone has got a knowledge particular to the sense objects, no doubt, but their knowledge differ. So this is one of the major question raised by Advaitins for the science, empirical science. That you say that whatever is experienced by senses, sense organs and mind, that should be only acceptable. Then what is the guarantee that your science and sense organs and mind is giving the complete and correct picture of this world and the objects? So even that's where the mithya concept can be established actually. Our sense organs and mind is giving any information about the world, no doubt. So that only we are able to get it, no doubt, but it is not giving complete picture. It is giving a limited picture or a distorted picture of the world and its objects. That is also can be called as mithyatva. So here Rishi is telling no being is completely ignorant. No being means animal, bird, no one is completely ignorant. And world is not experienced same way from everyone. World is experienced different by different beings according to their tendencies or according to the nature of their mind and sense organs. We all take it for granted that the world is experienced by me in the same way everyone is experiencing. We think it is not so. Even when two human beings are there, there might be similar observations, similar things, but it cannot be same. Okay. Keshit diva tataratrau praninaha stulya drushtayah. Okay. Kechit, some animals, diva tataratrau praninaha. Kechit prani, some animals, diva tataratrau, by day and night, stulya drushtah, with similar perception. Some animals have same perception of the sense objects during the daytime and as well as during the night time also. Now, we human beings can see objects during the daytime. We cannot see the objects in the night time. We can only see in the night time. Sorry, daytime. Some animals like owl, they can see only at night time. Some animals are there, some beings are there, animals, birds, whichever you can tell. Some living beings, they can see equally in the same way, similar way in the daytime and as well as night time. So the power of their sense organ eye is better than human being even so. Okay. Gnanino manuja satyam kintu तेन हि केवलम यथा हि ज्ञानिनः सर्वे पशु पक्षी मृगादयः. Jnanidah manujaha. Humans are knowledge beings. Comparatively, human beings are most knowledgeables. Okay. Satyam, there it is true, no doubt. But, kintu, but, tena hi kevalam. They alone are not. Jnanidah survey, they alone are not knowledgeable. The animals are also knowledgeable, but human beings' knowledge is much more in nature, no doubt. That's what you understand. Pashu Pakshi Mrugadayah. Pashu, animals, Pakshi, birds, Mruga means beast, Adaya means etc. So don't think that knowledge is only pertaining to human beings. It is, knowledge, even animals, birds, beasts, all of them have got knowledge, but human beings have got more knowledge comparatively, you can say that's all. So he is speaking of the creation also. But this Atma Buddhi is only, distinct for human beings, the scripture says. The sense about the world and its objects, they might get better understanding. Some of the animals, for example, there might come earthquake might happen after some time, after 2-3 hours. Many animals will understand. And for example, they say that in in maybe 10 to 10, 15 years before, there was a tsunami. Thousands of people died in India, Sri Lanka, and all. So from a day or two before, many of the animals were making a very strange sounds, it seems. Strange behaviors they were expressing, it seems, just 1 or 2 days before. That means animals had that foresight. Animals could smell it. Animals could understand that there will be a big calamity, natural calamity that we didn't understand, in spite of having the advanced instruments or whatever. But pertaining to the self, that Atman or Brahman, that is unique to the humans, not to the animals, birds, or fish. That has been told. ज्ञानञ्च तन्मनुष्याणां यत्तेषां मृगपक्षिणां मनुष्याणाञ्च यत्तेषां तुल्यमन्य तथो भयोः. ज्ञानञ्च तत्, that knowledge, manushyanam, among the human beings, yattesham, which belongs to them, mrugapakshinam, and similar knowledge, some knowledge also exists in mruga and pakshi, that is animals and birds, or beasts and birds, and manushyanancha, and also human beings. Tulyam anyat thato ubayoho. Some aspects of knowledge are common to both animals and human beings, while other aspects differs between them. That is what. This is a common understanding for all of us. We know that some knowledge is common between human beings and animals, and some part of knowledge, some branches of knowledge, they are only pertaining to humans, and some are pertaining to only animals. And I think probably I want to add one more thing here. Now karma comes. Now we all accumulate the karma phala, and we also experience the karma phala. Sukha and dukkha both are experienced in the karma phala actually. But if you ask in animals, does animals any can also acquire punya and papa? If you ask, scriptures tell very clearly, no. They can only experience the fruits of action, but they can never acquire any fruits of action freshly. That is only possible in the human beings. That is the beauty. ज्ञानेन सति पश्यैतान् पतगाञ्चाव चञ्चुषु क्षणमोक्षद्रुतान् मोहात् पीड्यमानान् क्षुता. ज्ञानेन सति, even though knowledge exists, whom pashya, etan patagan, means among these birds, chanchushu, then the beaks, the birds especially, Shanamoksha Drutan Mohat, just because they carried over by the interest in the pleasurable things momentarily, Mohat, due to delusion, Pidyamanana Pikshuta, they have been tormented or afflicted by hunger. Means even the birds possess the knowledge, but because of hunger or because of some other delusion, even the food grains has been put under the net. The birds, just to eat the grains, they get into the trap of the net. As a result, they get suffering, or they will get caught by the hunters or from the people. So he's giving the background for the next. Why are we suffering? For that question, he has started. Now the birds also have got an idea that there is some net and other things. If you go and try to eat the nuts or the food grains and all, we will be trapped. They know that, but in spite of knowing that, they will go and they will fall into the trap because of the delusion or because of the natural instinct like called hunger. So basically, animal beings also have the knowledge of the danger, but still they get into the trap. So same thing with the human beings also. To say that, the Rishi is trying to explain this. Manusha manujam vyagra sabilasha sutan prati lobhat pratyupakaraya nanvetan kimna pashyasi. Manusha, manujam vyagra, even human beings and animals like what you say, vyagra, that is the tiger. Abhilasha, filled with desires, having expectations, towards what? Sutan prati, towards their own kith and kin. Lobhat, because of greediness. Pratyupakaraya, for expecting a favor. Eta nanu kimna pashyasi. That's the reason people suffer. Don't you see? O king, best among the men, driven by the greed and full of expectations, we show affection towards our own kith and kin, hoping for the future return or benefit. So basically, we are all suffering. Why? Because of the I and minus. That's what has been told in the 51st and 52nd verse. Because we are suffering. Why? Because we are attached. Now, there's a lot of difference between love and attachment that we should try to understand. Where we always confuse. For an example, I will ask you three questions. How to practically understand whether we are loving or we are attached? Are we loving a person? Are we attached to person? Three questions. You can keep it in your mind. Based on this, you can understand whether you are loving a person or whether you are attached to a person. One is that, is my peace dependent on them, on him or her? Is my peace dependent on him or her, or on any person? Them also you can say. If you say yes, then that means it is an attachment. If you say no, that means it is a love. Can I allow them to choose differently from me? Okay, I'm loving a person. I'm thinking that I'm loving a person, but they don't bother for me. They don't bother for me. And they select someone else for their love. If they select, in that case, if you say, can you allow them to choose someone else for their love? If you say no, then that means there is attachment. If you say yes, then that means there is a love. You might love them, but you can't expect them that they should also love you. Does this feeling make me inwardly free or bound? So by thinking, if you are feeling that you are bound or it is creating a pain, suffering and all, that means you are attached to them. Whether they are there or not there, whether they are happy, whether based on their reactions or whatever, if you are not really bothering, you are free from the actions and reactions. That means you are loving a person. So these are the three questions we should keep it in our mind. Is my peace dependent on him or her? Can I allow him or her to choose differently from me, other than me? Then does this feeling make me inwardly free or bound? So these are the three questions which can be a blue litmus test for to understand whether am I attached to a person or whether I'm loving a person. Whether I'm attached to anything, my power, position, name, fame, house, vehicle, you can extend this, and these three questions will give an answer. Now, I will go a little deep. Attachment. What is attachment? How to understand this attachment? Attachment is always, how to understand that, it always, the nature of attachment is, it is craving will be there. There will be craving always. And also it is self-centered. Its nature is self-centered. Expectation, emotional dependency, identity crisis, all these things you can see in the attachment. When you attach to a person or to a thing, these things will be seen in your mind. You can experience in your mind. And easily will be disturbed. Fear-based, fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of meaninglessness, all these things we experience because of the attachment. And if when a person changes, we suffer. And our peace depends on them, their presence and absence, their behavior, all these things. And if you love, what happens? If you love, you will not be self-centered. One is that you will be free, calm, and serene in the nature. Whether they come or not, in their presence or absence, your peace is not disturbed. You are free internally. And you don't expect anything in return, actually. And you will be practicing, or you will be having a nature of let go things. And even a person is with you or without you, you will always pray for him or her for better things. If you are loving a person. Why? Because there will be compassion and without any obsession. And this true love gives a clarity. It doesn't bring attachment or a confusion. So these are the life lessons which we have to keep it in mind. In the name of love, we keep attachment. In the name of love, we are suffering. Why? Because either we are attached and also we are expecting so many things. So we should practice love and we should not be attached to people. That's what Sri Ramakrishna tells time and again. All the great people. Swami Vivekananda loved every one of us, but he was never attached. Same thing, Ramakrishna, Jesus, all of them, they loved us, but they were never attached to us. This is the greatest thing which we have to practice. And here we need a mother's grace. Without mother's grace, we can't detach from the people or detach from the things. So I hope you have understood what is love and what is the difference between love and attachment. So we should travel from the attachment to the love. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Durgarpanamastu.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Maharaj.
if you got any
questions?
Maharaj, this definition of love, how to identify love and attachment, differentiate, that is also like part of this Chandi. It's explained here.
Yes.
So where does this come from? Like the logic sounds very good. So this is also there in other parts of Vedanta or Upanishads, or specifically here.
Yes, it is there everywhere. It is there. It somewhere it is told explicitly. Rather, they give a very general way of explanations. Probably because of I and mindness, we are attached, and all these things. Now, whatever I gave these three questions and etc. I mean, it is in the scriptures. When you go deeply, you can try to understand.
Okay,
From
so you called them out for us. Okay, got it.
Yes. I mean, there are no directly, okay, the three questions which I told, directly you don't find in the 51st, 52nd, 53rd verse in the Chandi. Now, based on the explanations, I've called out and I've prepared, tailor-made program, like, so that to make, for people to understand easily, to keep these three questions in the mind and to tick their own boxes, whether I'm loving people or whether I'm attached to people.
Okay, no, understand. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, Maharaj, Holy Mother's life is just come to my mind now. So, what will you call her relationship with Radhu?
Yes, it is very quite interesting question. This is no doubt. Yeah. So now very clearly, you see, with the case of Radhi, it was an attachment. Now, then Mother herself has said, Mother Sharda is a Chandi, no doubt. Okay, in the Chandi or in the Durga Saptashati, in the Devi Bhagavatam, which is a part of Devi Bhagavatam, we are saying that the Rishi is telling that we should love people, not to be attached. Now, why Holy Mother is attached to Radhi? You see, her own action is going against her own scriptures. I mean, her own teachings are against scriptures. The question should come in our mind. Here, it is not so. Why? Because if you remember, the background is when Sri Ramakrishna passed away, Holy Mother said, "Oh Mother Kali, why should I leave now then? See, oh my dear husband, you passed away, why should I leave now?" This is what generally a woman makes a statement. Now, Mother Sharda Devi is making a statement, "Oh Mother Kali, you left me. Why did you leave me? And why should I leave anymore now?" So one is she Sharda Devi is seeing her husband as Mother Kali. Okay. And their relationship is not the physical relationship, it is that divine relationship. However, as a human being, from the humanistic aspect of Sharda Devi, if you see, she felt that my Sri Ramakrishna has left, or Mother Kali has left, then what is the necessity of my leaving? So she was thinking that she will leave the body. Because at their will, they can leave the body. Even whether I and you, whether we will or not, till our prarabdha karma get exhausted, there is no option for us. But in their case, it is not so. So then Sri Ramakrishna appears in front of Holy Mother Sharda Devi and says, "Look, she is a yoga maya. Radhi." Sri Ramakrishna pointed towards Radhi and Sri Ramakrishna said, "She is a yoga maya. Fix your mind on her so that you can stay back in the world. And literally it happens 2 or 3 days before mother's passing away, very strictly, Holy Mother says, I cannot see Radhi. I cannot see even her, shadow. Take her away from here and send to Jairambati. So now Sharat Maharaj Shardanji says, ask time and again, twice or thrice, Ma, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Holy Mother every time emphatically she says, yes, yes, yes. But Shardanji had his own doubts, but he kept quiet. After some time, Holy Mother asked time and again, did you send Radhi? Did you send Radhi? Did you send Radhi to Jairambati? Then Sharat Maharaj makes an arrangement to send Radhi for Jairambati. And Sharat Maharaj this time, because earlier also Holy Mother was not well and all that has happened earlier also. But this time Sharat Maharaj says, now no one can hold her back. We will be losing her. Now the disciples and devotees ask, why do you feel so? Because Holy Mother is suffering from fever now, no doubt, but this is not the first time. We have seen her suffering from the old age ailments and sometimes the diseases or unhealthy condition was still more worst actually compared to now. So why do you feel that Holy Mother passes away, Holy Mother will leave? Why? Sharat Maharaj says a very important statement, because Holy Mother has withdrawn her mind. She has completely withdrawn her mind. Now no one can make her to stop passing away leaving us from the world. Now, even same thing we can see in the Sri Ramakrishna's case. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, while coming down, he should tell, I would like to jalebi, I would like to eat jalebi. So really you want to eat jalebi? No. So he was imposing a desire so that he can bring his mind down to the human level so that he can interact. Now, so that is where the difference is. Now, for them, their mind is so above, so high, it is very difficult for them to bring down. As a result, they used to inculcate, they used to impose some desire, worldly desire, so that their mind can come down. But now for us, there are so many desires, which has been pulling every time, all the time, our minds, we have to bring one out, cut one out, one after another, and so that our minds can go above. Yes.
Okay.
Both of us, we have difficulties, including Swami. They had a difficulty to bring their down mind. We have a difficulty to raise our mind. That's why. Difficulty is common, but it is different.
Yeah. And Maharaj, I often hear the word Yogamaya. What exactly is Yogamaya?
Yeah, it comes in the next class. Yoga Nidra, Yoga Maya, and Mahamaya. All these things come technically. I will be explaining what is the difference between Yoga Nidra, Yoga Maya, Mahamaya. What is the difference? Technically, there are subtle differences. I will explain in the next class. Yeah.
In the next class. Okay. So there is a question in the chat. I see. 1 second. What is the question? How can one practice detachment for your mother? I mean, basically, be from your mother, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can think like this. Probably if you are a devotional temperament, if you are a devotee, then probably you see your own mother as the Mother Sharda Devi. Mother Sharada Devi is appearing as your biological mother. Apart from the physical relationship or whatever, you are seeing your own biological mother as Mother Sharada. So this is one of the way divinizing the relationship. For example, many of the devotees, young devotees ask, oh Swamiji, I used to meditate and do japa and read some scriptures to certain extent possible. But now because the child, boy or girl, it is 3 years, 2 years, 1.5 years. So a lot of my time goes there. One is time is going, no doubt, time is demanding. The other is mind is also getting carried over. Even I sit for meditation, I'll be thinking of my daughter or my son. Because of that, my spiritual practice has been compromised. What should I do? How should I try to avoid this? Quite a good amount of devotees have asked this. Of course, it's a natural problem. There is nothing unusual. So I always say, when you are your own biological son or daughter, no doubt, when you are looking after them, when you are caring for them, take the role of Mother Yashoda. If they're ladies, then they take mothers, they can take the role of Mother Yashoda, and if they are fathers, then they can take the role of Nanda Baba. So just like Nanda Baba and Yashoda were taking care of the child Krishna, little Krishna or little Radha, so same way we can take care of our own children. In that way, we can divinize the relationships, and that we can reduce our attachment, and that will also help to bringing the God, or divinizing or spiritualizing our relationships and our acts can remove the attachment. Basically, that is the easiest way. The other is I don't belong to anything and I'm the only self. I'm not the body and mind. All these things belong to body and mind. Is there one path which can be quite difficult? So that's the reason I'm giving this idea. If you want the path of Sankhya knowledge, also let me know, then I can explain. I mean, devotee who asked. Yeah.
Okay, divinizing the human relationship
Yeah.
and humanizing, and the other way around, humanizing the divine relationship, that also we can do.
Humanizing the divine, yes, that's what we do when we are worshipping Sri Ramakrishna, for example.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm
When you are
asking.
when you give a fruit, I think this is one of the major difference between the South Indian worship mode and the North Indian worship mode.
What is the difference?
For example, in Bengal, for take an example, in Ramakrishna Mission, how we offer the fruits. We cut the fruits and we give. Now, if you see in southern part of India, mainly, and the western part of India, we keep the whole fruits. Then you say, why should we cut the fruits and keep to the God? God can eat himself, or God takes the only essence, or whatever. Now, here, what is happening? So we are taking, just like how we treat a human being, similarly we are treating the God also here. So humanizing the divine. So looking the God as a human being, that is what all our upasana is. So all our upasana is what, like offering a flowers, offering the naivedyam, all our in puja, the shopchara, padya, argya, achamaniya, punarachamaniya means washing his feet, offering flowers, giving water to rinse his mouth, bathing him, all is what? It is humanizing the divine actually. So seeing the God in the form of a human being, we are worshipping it. It's humanizing the divine actually, yes.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was wonderful.
Mm.
Any more questions? No, I think we are good. Plus, you also have another class. So Maharaj is
Yeah.
also not busy. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
All right. Jai Ram Krishna.
Our pranams to you. Please